All right, welcome, my bows and bow ties, to another chit chat with me. I'm the Black Opinionated Woman, also known as a bow. Hold on a second. Let me turn this light off. Did a different light here. Okay, so I just want to warn you that my children are werewolves today. I got two of them sitting over here crying because they can't get themselves together, picking fights and carrying on. And I had to yell at one. So already this day is starting off shady. I don't even know how this is going to go. But anyway, if you're new to my channel, I talk about three things: Black women, Black culture, and anything related to middle age. Okay. So we're going to talk about all kinds of things. But really, what I want to talk about, I don't know if it's more of a middle age thing or if it's more of a Black culture thing. I don't know. So if you're joining me, you probably see this particular thumbnail. I just made it up. I actually had a different one and then I changed it. You got to go over there. Okay. All right, let's see here. You guys are going to have to forgive me because this is a rough morning, okay? I've got two kids over here on the verge of having a full-on meltdown, and I'm not here for it because it's their fault. Okay, good job. So look, let's get into this real quick. I don't think this is going to be long. Here, I'll put up my title. Are we the victims or the volunteer? Now, you guys see my little shady thumbnail. So look, this is the thing. And hopefully we can put all this to rest. You see the people that are up here, and I just want to say this. I'm going to talk about the bottom guy, the Obumseli. I can't even remember his name. Toby, Christian Toby, Obumseli, or whatever his name is. Okay, so look, these are my thoughts, and then I don't really care to talk about it anymore because I'm just not all that interested. Number one, I don't wish death or hey, use those other ones. Why are you using that many paper towels just to cut an apple? If you knew, my kid was like, let me take all the paper towels to cut one apple. So look, this is the thing. I don't wish death on anyone. And for those of you who don't know what we're talking about here, this guy, there's this guy next to the white lady here. I don't even remember her name. So apparently she stabbed him to death, or allegedly. It's all alleged. Hold on. Allegedly, she stabbed him to death. And the issue surrounding this particular couple is there have been some damaging tweets that has come out about this man, about how he doesn't like black women or this black women. Basically, he's just going in on black women. So this is the way I look at it. I've had multiple videos that I put out before when I say black women need to stay out of certain business. There's certain things you don't need to get involved in. And when people don't want to deal with you, so what? You move on. But see, these are one of those things where I say, look, you can become a victim of your own craziness and a volunteer. See, so the question becomes really, which one is it? You voluntarily signed up to be with a person. Now, this woman is recorded after saying, I date only black men, rich black men, blah, blah, blah. So she's already fetishizing black men. This guy is fetishizing white women. So as far as I'm concerned, I really don't even care. Like, you guys get together and just continue to fetishize each other. I don't care. If you have a preference or whatever, like, it really doesn't even bother me. I think what's really pissing people off, and I agree, is the fact that this man, see, you don't see the white women going out there totally bad mouthing white men. But this black man, I believe he's of African descent because most black people who were born here don't have a last name like Obumseli or whatever. And we know that those who, I believe he might be Nigerian, I'm not so sure, but we know Nigerians definitely have some sort of colorism issue over there. They have a thing. I'll say this. When you go out of your way to badmouth a group of people, then your family wants the same group of people to come to your defense. So, I'm just kind of like, look, I feel bad for the family. And yes, I know I'm being all the way petty. But I'm just kind of like, well, what do you want me to do? As far as I'm concerned, you guys probably don't like black women either. But now you guys are calling all the community like in a we shall overcome kind of moment. And I'm like, look, y'all got it. Y'all stop wasting my paper towels. Don't talk to me. No. There's a whole bunch of those bootleg ones over there. Please stop wasting all my paper towels. They can't get on this bus soon enough. I don't know what's wrong with them today. So literally, I just feel like this. If you have someone who's been completely disparaging to a community of people, I'm not saying it's right, because there is a difference between somebody being disgusting and disparaging and mean versus a whole death, right? There is a difference. However, I'm just being honest. Like, I'm just kind of, that's just where I'm at with it. I'm like, look, rest in peace. But see, you voluntarily signed up for this toxic relationship. She was toxic. You were toxic. I'm not saying you deserve anything. So, what I'm saying is, for all of those who are in these kind of relationships, when you get in any sort of trouble or whatever, please stop calling on the Black community to come bail you out. I need you to go to the very same communities that you thought was better, since you disparaged Black people. Go to those communities and seek the help that you need. Just seek the help you need. So just go to look, Black women are terrible, right? That's fine. So I need you to go to the non-Black women communities and get the help you need to get justice, because clearly this lady, she is literally just kicking it. She's out at the club, just living her best life. Isn't that the Snoop song? I'm living my best life. So I'm just kind of like, okay, at this point, that's where you need to be. My kids, I'm trying to practice patience, and I'm not. Literally, they woke up and they went crazy. They're all crazy. They're fighting with each other over nothing. I mean, there were fights over some waffles, a Rubik's cube. Don't look at me. Stop laughing. This so and so's on their iPad. I'm like, oh my gosh. Just mind the business that pays you. Just mind your business. Anyway, this is why this isn't going to go well today. So, getting back to my main point, since I was so caught off guard by the ding dongery of my children having a meltdown today, this is my thing about that relationship. This man and this woman who chose to engage in a very toxic relationship. I get it. She wanted only rich Black men. He wanted only white women, or basically non-Black women. Do what you need to do. Like, to me, that's not what's bothering me. I just think the issue was he was very disparaging to a community of people. Okay. And so the way I look at it is like, hey, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But you cannot come back now, or your family is like, please, please, Black community, please, can you help me? I'm like, no. I need you, on behalf of your brother or your son or whatever, to go to that other community to seek justice. Hey, I think they should get white women to do it. Now, look, white women, you know how I feel. Like, we could be pretty cool and everything, but at the end of the day, we know that it is what it is, right? So I say go to the white women and have them march or whatever for this guy, or seek justice, because I'm just sitting it all the way out. I'm just kind of like, okay, I mean, look, people die all the time. This is just a dime a dozen. I'm going to be honest. This is a dime a dozen. And I hate to say it like that. It's not right. It's not right, because this is the thing. The fact of the matter is, if something happens to me or my family, I don't think anybody's going to care. And maybe I'm apathetic. It could be the phase that I'm in. Now I'm going to move on. Let's go to this whole Will and Jada thing. This is the thing that I just feel like people need to get. Everyone wants to lean in on Jada. We know that she is problematic. We know she's problematic. She's clearly out at functions and everything. She's doing whatever she wants to do. And honestly, I just feel like she could care less about Will Smith. But I'm going to be honest, I don't care that much. And I don't know why we're continuing to talk about it and invest all these cycles in it. And now I'm one of those people investing cycles in this, right? I'm like, look, Will Smith is not a victim. Now, we need to understand this. He is not a victim. This man is the volunteer, because he's choosing to remain in this situation. Clearly, he's got all kinds of trauma. I'm not blaming him for his trauma. What I am saying is, he's continuing to sign up for the shenanigans. Where's my shenanigans thing? Where is it? Somebody, bam, shenanigans. Oh, I got one. Here we go. Take this off there. So look, Everyone's sitting there going in on Jada. And look, Jada is problematic. Jada's got some mess about her. And based on the outside, of which I'm not in a relationship, and so it's really none of my business, there's the appearance that she could care less about a Will Smith. But what I don't understand is why the public is that invested in their relationship. I don't care. He continues to stay in this situation. He is not a victim. He is not a victim. He is the volunteer. And we need to get this right. There's a difference between being like a child or someone who can't escape something, who was unknowingly attacked or something like that. And if you experience trauma in your childhood, that's one thing. But as an adult, you have the responsibility to get yourself taken care of, to get the help you need. So I am tired of people going in on Jada. I am not a Jada fan. Let me just make this clear. Hold on a second. I am not riding hard for Jada. I want people to understand. I am not. However, all of this misguided pointing of the fingers, I say, look, he she can't do any more than what he allows her to do. So if he wants to bend over, clutching his ankles with no Vaseline in this situation, why should I care more than he cares more about himself? So blackity black blacks, I need everybody to go mind some other business and start worrying about the Will and Jada. He is not the victim. Is she punking him? Yes, she sure is. She is embarrassing him, but he has allowed for that stuff too. And I'm just going to say for the record, nobody made Will Smith get up on that stage and slap Chris Rock. No one. He did that. Now, there may have been some things going on and some built up frustration. But at the end of the day, as much as we want to blame Jada for a lot of stuff, and she's done a lot of shady things, Will Smith stayed right in it, see? So she can't take all the blame. He's not the victim. He is the volunteer. All right, so look, I know people probably did not like what I had to say today, and you are allowed to not like it. But let me just say this. It's okay. Leave a comment and let me know what your thoughts are. Hopefully you enjoyed this. And if you did, then give me the thumbs up and go ahead and hit that subscribe button, okay? And the significance of all of this is that if you're not subscribing, or if you don't leave a thumbs up, or if you don't leave a comment, if you don't share it out, or if you don't watch these videos all the way through, then what happens is YouTube's like, oh, maybe no one's interested. We already know I'm not that great of a YouTuber anyway, but I can definitely use your support, okay? All right. So I got to get out of here because I got this function going on.